Hello, children. Welcome to Social Science online class. In last class, you are already studied about what is the government and what are their organs. Organs means legislature, executive, and judicial. So today we are going to learn about judicial system of India. In this lesson, you have learned about some of the important points which is marked above. Today, we are going to learn about the Supreme Court. Supreme Court came to existence in an act of parliament January 28, 1950 in New Delhi. The President of India can appointed the Chief Justice of Supreme Court. The total number of Supreme Court judges are 31. One is Chief Judge and another 30 is ordinary judges. Let's see what are the qualifications became a judge of Supreme Court. A person should be a citizen of India, and second point, the experience at least 5 years in High Court and 10 years as advocate in ordinary courts. And the retirement age of Supreme Court judges 65 years. Next, functions and powers of Supreme Court. There are many powers of Supreme Court like original power and appellate power and advisory power. First one, original powers. It means it is resolving dispute between union and state government like Tamil Nadu and India's and Tamil Nadu and Karnataka's Kaveri River dispute. Next one, appellate powers. The citizens may can file the in Supreme Court against the judgment of under courts. And third one, advisory powers. Advisory powers, it means when our President of India needed some advice, the Supreme Court can give an advice to President of India and related some of the agreements and contracts entered the governments. Next is High Court. High Court is established for the state level. The High Court has every state one or two more status. And the High Court consists also same as it is Supreme Court, chief judges and other judges. And the chief judges appointed by the governor. And qualification to become a High Court judges are as it is same in Supreme Court judges. A person should be a citizen of India and at least service experienced with the High Court for 10 years and distinguished jurist as the opinion of our president. The tenure, it means retirement age of High Court judges should be completed as 62 years. Next, functions of High Court. It means what are the works done by High Court. The first one point is resolve the criminal and civil cases, some of the naval and marital and concept of court cases. Second point, it appeals against the judgment of under courts. So what are the courts are came to under of the High Court, that appeals taken by High Courts. And third one point, the direct transformation of some of the cases of lower courts. And also it is one of the protection of fundamental rights and legal rights also. So these are all the functions of High Court. Look at the point carefully. Next, we can go to subordinate courts. Look at that picture. Supreme Court is the highest court of India, and under the state court came the state court for every state as one, sometime the state courts as two or more. Subordinate courts. As it is, subordinate court started in 1948, urged for independence to subordinate courts. The subordinate court started in 1948, and this court have been classified into two kinds. One is civil court, another one is criminal court. Every state, it means every district, has a civil court, and district judge is the chief. So this judge appointed by the governor of the state, and to become a chief judge of civil court, he can must be possessed in 7 years of experience at any court of India. And other ordinary judges are selected by attending and passing the common entrance examination. And this civil court settlement some of the disputes like property, marriage, divorce, monetary transactions. Some of the court came to under subordinate courts. Look at that points, children. Court of subordinate judges, court of additional subordinate judges, and court of munsifs and court of additional munsif. Look at the some pictures for the criminal court. Sorry, the subordinate court deals with marriage, property, and divorce cases are example for dealing the subordinate courts. Next is criminal court. The criminal court came to existed in 1st April 1974. The district magistrate is the chief judge of this court, and this court for district level, and this one also called as session court. It deals with the judgment of like murder, robbery, and dacoity. Look at the picture. The criminal court deals with murder, dacoity, and robbery, and many other criminal cases are attending by the criminal court. There are some of the criminal court can functioning under the criminal court. One is chief magistrate court, another one first grade magistrate court, third one second one magistrate court, fourth one third grade magistrate court. Let us see first one, chief magistrate court. This court do not have powers to death sentence for the person or imprisonment of the child. It can only possible punishment of 7 years only. Next is first grade magistrate court. This court has power to only punishment for 3 years and up to 5,000 of penalty for the sum of problems. Next is second grade magistrate court. It has only power to 2 years punishment and 1000 rupees penalty. Next, third grade magistrate court. It also has power to imprisonment some of the months and 50 rupees of penalty for offences. We can divide it as district and session court. In case civil matter taken by the court, it is called as district court. In case criminal case can taken by the court, it is called as session court. Next, revenue courts. Revenue courts, it is called as one of the tax court also. It is take up some of the land tax and land records, and revenue courts comprise the following courts. First one, Tashildar court. Second one, district subdivisional officer court and district revenue court. Look at the first one. Tashildar is the chief of Tashildar court, and he also called as Tashildar Taluk Magistrate Court. Second one, District Subdivisional Officers Court. The chief judge of this court, Assistant Commissioner, and judgment of Tashildar Court can be taken appeals against this judge. Next one, the District Revenue Court. The chief judge of this court, Deputy Commissioner, it means DC. In Kannada, Jilladhikari, is the head of this court. Next is Commissioner's Court. The Commissioner courts its appeal against the judgment of District Magistrate Court, and the chief judge of this court, that is divisional officer, is one of the IAS officer appointed of state level officer. Next is Revenue Board. This is the highest court dealing with revenue cases only, and the revenue secretary is the head of this board. This is very important, children. Please note this point, and the question will be arised. Next is people courts. It's also called as Lok Adalats. So this court came to existed in 1985, and which functions the faster and less expensive. It means low cost, and it takes some of the cases from parties who mutually agree and settle cases in amicably. Some of the settlements and mutual agrees done by in Lok Adalats, and also called as people court. This courts has been established in Gujarat, New Delhi and Karnataka and many other states. It has three features of Lok Adalats. Look at that points. It lays stress on compromise. It is fast and cheap. It means low cost and reduces the judicial burden on the courts. It take up deals some of vehicle accident. Look at that picture. And banking struggles, it means disputes. Any problems arised by in banking area that can be solved by Lok Adalats. And then marriage disputes also taken by Lok Adalats, and it's given a settlement and compromise to between others. And it also taken some alimony cases. It means any problems arised in court areas, and labor's program also settled in Lok Adalats. Once the Lok Adalat court given a judgment that cannot be changed in any way, it is the final judgment for all the courts. So this